Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie, and this is going to be a special reading for single people looking for love for the months of June, July, and August. So I'm coming back to the type of readings I used to do in the past, but I'm stretching them out over a couple of months period. And I'm also going to incorporate more cards, more different cards than last time. So anyways, here we go for you, Scorpio. And I'm going to start by cutting your deck. And here we go. So who you are now, is the Three of Pentacles. So you are actively collaborating. You're wanting to collaborate. The kind of lover that you need to find in your life is one of the Sun energy. What you need to express is the Eight of Swords. What you need to give up is the Hangman. What you need to receive is the Page of Wands, and how you will find this love is through the Moon card. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So this is an energy of walking away, consciously walking away from things of the past that were probably tumultuous, emotionally speaking, but you are consciously walking away from them and letting them go. Okay, so you're ascending. You're going to be climbing that mountain to ascend to a better place. All right, so let's park that for now and go into your reading. So at the moment, you are in a very good energy, in an energy of collaboration with others around you. So usually it takes a team to build something, right? You have the person that does the hard work, like the building, one that does the designing, an investor, and you may have other people input in the work, but we have three people on this card. They're all involved at one point or another in this project to collaborate together to build something together. So you're very collaborative at this time, okay? The kind of love that you need in your life is someone that is bright, energetic, full of life, probably also carefree and childlike in their way of going about things with their life. And this is a Leo card, and you're a fixed sign, being Scorpio. So this is another fixed energy, but someone who clearly demonstrates that super energetic personality, flamboyant, energetic. I've mentioned that about 3 times already. I got to move on. Okay, so anyways, having said that, what you must express, though, is the fact that you feel a little tied up at this time. You may feel like you are collaborating, but you're probably still having a lot of stress or worries in your mind, particularly because we also have an 8 here as the bottom energy, 8 of Cups, where you do need to ascend. You need to leave some things behind. And until you've done so, you feel a little stuck, okay? So you just need to talk about it, voice that out, okay? The other thing, though, that you need to give up is the Hangman. And this is a Pisces card, but this is about taking a breather, a moment to evaluate things, look at things from a different perspective. By being upside down, you are actually looking at the world upside down. But anyways, you need to let go of maybe over analyzing things and not being in a stationary position, but being in a position of needing to take action. But I think before you can take action, because we don't see much of action cards here, except for here walking away, but and building. But the action here is to maybe get out of that mode. Stop over analyzing things, basically. Okay, you won't get to the bottom of all the answers here at this time. We do see, however, that you have another Pisces card where you are evaluating your deeper truths. But anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. So what you must receive, however, is passion. When there's passion that's going to come and going to be communicated to you, be willing and receptive to it. And this is going to come probably out of the blue. It's not like it's called for here, but it's coming out of the blue. And it's a very energetic card, just like the Sun card. So this person is most likely going to be starting to talk to you in some kind of a passionate way, communicating somehow in a passionate way. and just be receptive to it. Okay, so don't shun them out. Don't disregard them and stay in this energy of the hangman. Just be open to listening to their messages. They may not be messages of love at first, but they could be messages of simple, friendship or collaboration with you on a project or something. Or they could be an open ear to hear your situation, how you feel stuck, how you're needing to work on yourself. How you will find this love, and I think I was trying to make allusion to this, but this card of the moon is about secrets, right? Deep secrets, inner secrets. And I think it has to do with you going deep diving into your soul, into your person, and actually understanding what it is that you want out of life, what it is that you want out of a partner, and truly understanding that so that you can put aside what you don't want to put up with anymore. Understand what are your core values, and just not straying from that when you do meet the right person. Of course, things are always going to be fear. I mean, there's always a fear associated with meeting someone new. It's always passionate, but it's also an element of fear, especially when you start falling in love with someone. Fear that it'll turn out to be the same as the others kind of scenario. But I think if you understand yourself and you understand what you want, you'll know right from the get-go, you'll see the red flags and you'll be able to put a stop to whatever. But I think that this person that is coming in and communicating with you is going to demonstrate some very good qualities that you cannot afford to just disregard them, okay? Now we're going to pull a card as to where you're going to find this person. So this is going to be a different deck. So this was the how, and this is the where. So hold on. Where is Scorpio going to find this love of their life? At a celebration, at some kind of a get-together. It's the Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, sorry. So sometime when you're going to be involved at a reception of some kind. I know people are not getting together much in crowds, but, it could be a small gathering of 10 people or less. You're going to meet someone. It's going to be during a gathering, a celebration of some kind, okay? All right, so now let's pull a card for all the energies for every month. So one for June, one for July, and one for August. June, July, and August. June, July, and August. June, we have the Three of Swords. Yes, so you're trying to mend your broken heart. Too many cards. July, 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 and August. August. Okay, all swords came out. You go from the Three of Swords to the Eight of Swords, and then back to the Five of Swords. So the Three of Swords is about heartbreak. It's about mending your broken heart. So you still are troubled by that in your fundamental self. And I think June is going to be focused on understanding this, dealing with it, and then walking away. The month of July is, again, the Eight of Swords, which we saw here. This is what you need to express. So you're going to have to start talking about it. And most likely in July. And if you really look at the image in this card, the girl is not literally tied up or bound or even blindfolded. It's the image she sees, her reflection in the mirror. So it's all perception, right? So it's in your mind. It's not reality. So I think you're going to start talking about it in July. So if we were to align the cards properly, it would go like this: June, July, and then August. August, what I like about the Five of Swords in this deck is you start off the month with the quacking, that bird quacking next to your ear and causing you that massive headache for which you're holding up to your ear. But eventually that bird flies away and you see this man, arms in the air and tapping into the universe like a victory, that he's gotten rid of those headaches. So I think by the end of August, things are going to be super dandy for you. You're going to be relieved of this. It happens that the Sun card is the Leo card, so most likely all of this person that you're going to meet is most likely going to occur in August because of this transition of the cards. All right, I am going to pick a card from the Soul's Journey. So what does the Soul's Journey have to tell you? Scorpio. We have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So, I'm not a doctor, but it's a known fact that stress causes a lot of ailments, especially mental health ailments at this time, especially with the COVID situation and all. So just take some time to relax and, do what's right for you, what's good for you. Consult a médecin. That's French for doctor, sorry. Consult a doctor if you need to. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but definitely maybe there's some essence of looking at your mental health as well as your physical health, how that stress could be generating ailments in your soul or in your body, okay? For the love romance angels, for Scorpio, we have express your love, okay? I see this in two ways. So go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this could be with someone, but I don't think this is going to happen until the end of August. But I think the initial gesture that needs to be made or expressing your love is towards yourself. And I think this is needed. You need to take care of yourself, take care of your soul, your heart at first. Because, we do see the heart here from June being in torment and needing healing. So I think you need to do that first, and then possibly when things are better, that you can now then express your love to someone else. Of course, the communication about the fears, being tied up, feeling bound and afraid, will probably need to be communicated as well. But then eventually in August, it seems like all of that dissipates and you're free and happy about it. I was going to say there's no butterflies on any of these cards. I was going to look at if there's a butterfly. There's no butterfly, so I'm not going to pick a butterfly. So I'm going to jump right into the I Ching part of this reading now. So I Ching is, I think, Chinese, and how this works is there's a card for a specific energy at this time, and there's 6 lines on there. So you're going to compare this card with another card, and where the lines are different, those are the messages I need to read to you for what's needed to be changed or an extra, guidance for you. So let's start with the first card. It'll be this one here. We have card number 62, and this looks for balance. It kind of looks like it's a balance card. You have this guy walking on this high wire, and then you have card number 30. Okay, so let me just park that. And I'm going to read out of the book for this. Okay, so card number 62. 62. All right, so the card says predominance of the small. Okay. Predominance of the small. Okay, so here we go. This sign brings to mind the fact that the small and apparently unimportant things are often decisive. The drop which brings the cup to overflow is a tiny one, but one generating tremendous effect. So sharpen your eye for detail. You will then understand better the superordinate context as well. Learn to read what is written between the lines of life. It is not enough merely to bear in mind the great and significant things. Incidentally, Your changes of achieving a great success are minimal at present. So quite consciously pay attention to the finer details. For instance, look closely at everything to do with relationships which you consider to be self-evident. Nor is there any reason to hide your light under a bushel. Dignity lies in the simplicity of the noble, says a Chinese proverb. Interesting. We were saying here that you'll need to give up looking at fine details or overanalyzing, but how you will find love is to deep dive into your soul, understand yourself, understand your needs, your virtues, what it is that's important to you, your core values. So yeah, you do need to look deep into yourself. But then again, once you've done that, because I think this reading is about you making some personal growth here and not so much looking at another individual for a relationship at this point. The person will show up. It's clear that this person is coming into your life, but not initially, not in the first couple of months, okay? So now, here's the difference. The lines have changed. So line number 1 is 1 to read. And then line number 6. So there's 1 and 6 I've got to read. So line number 1 and 6. So that's 2 different messages. So for 2 different bunch of people's listening to me. So line number 1. You may have to resort to unusual measures if tried and trusted methods have failed. It might be necessary to bow down to realities. Otherwise, you exhaust your energies and achieve nothing. Okay, interesting. Looking at things from different perspective with the Hangman, but it's asking you to walk out of that energy. But clearly, doing this analysis is going to bring you into a different mode. You're going to ascend the the mountain. You're going to actually be ascending in vibration. Okay, line number 6. We are now going to look at line number 6. All right. You certainly are aiming high. Be very careful not to plummet into depths. Plain and unambitious work on details would do you a world of good at the moment. Yeah, so I think this has to do, again, with going deep, but not having a purpose, like not necessarily focusing just on that. Opening up yourself to fundamentally go within yourself, to understand yourself, but not necessarily forcing an answer. Plain and unambitious work on details would do you a world of good at the moment. So you need to deep dive, but don't go overboard with details, as I was saying here with the Hangman. So that's the kind of message I'm getting here from these 2 cards for I Ching. And I hope you like this. So I'm going to park this, move this over here. And I'm going to dive into the questions now. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for 3 questions, if you have 3. But definitely these questions need to be answered with a yes or no answer. So here we go. Question number 1. Question number 2. And we'll pick this one. And question number 3. Question number 3. It'll be this one. Okay, so if you haven't formulated your questions, pause the video and come back in a minute. So question number 1, the answer is yes, helpful people will surround you through this transition or whatever the question was. Question number 2, the question is yes, opportunity. Question number 3, it says no, not the right time. All right, my dear Scorpio, I hope that you like this. So until next quarter, I guess, or until the next reading that you're going to read from me, or listen to me, I should say. So you enjoy your summer and all the best with your work here. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear from me again, subscribe to the channel. You'll be notified when I upload a video. All right, take care. Have a good one.